Welcome to CrashRacer, and today we are playing Art of Rally. I've just begun to play the career mode on this game and it's fantastic fun, so I thought I'd do a few time attack videos where I attempt to get the fastest times I can in different countries and stages. This game has been out a few years now, and so there are thousands of entries in the leaderboards and some of them are crazy quick. But as a newbie I thought it would be a good goal to see if we could get into, I don't know, maybe the top 5% of times. We'll see if that turns out to be a realistic target or not, and based on that we might need to change our expectations in future videos. So this first time attack is going to be in Finland on the Noormarkku stage. We're using the very first class of cars that you have access to on the game, which is class 2, and we'll begin by driving the Porsche 911. Okay, into the time attack then. From the start, I haven't worked out yet if it makes any difference on your revs as you get away from the start. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it matters if you're just holding the button down ready to go at the start, or if you need to try and control the revs. We'll try and work it out, or if any of you know, let me know. Very much learning how to play this game, and it's so tricky to control the cars, which is of course where all the fun comes in. You're constantly wanting to try and push to make the car go faster, but then it's so easy to lose control or go off the track. Up over this hill here. Yeah, there's a lot of undulations on this track, lots of ups and downs, lots of little jumps to go over, and you really get a fantastic sensation of that on this game. You can really feel the car going over these jumps, hitting the ground, and it really affects of course the steering, going from of course no steering at all while you're in mid-air to suddenly getting an enormous amount of grip as the tyres bite into the dirt. This is a tricky one. Hill just over that corner. You're looking to try and go as quickly as you can, but you can't go quick over there else you'll shoot straight over the top of the corner. Of course we could try and cut it slightly, but really like there's the bar on the side as well that lets you know your progress. So we know we're coming up to the end of the stage here. That is the finish line just around this left hand corner. I think I've taken that very conservatively, but at least it's a clean run, and we're through for 1 minute 37.3, and that puts us in the top 10%. So yeah, top 10% and 9,000 and odd plays, so that suggests there might be, I don't know, 100,000 entries or something like that. Let's see if we can improve on that at all. Spectators moving out the way for us. Bit of a shortcut there. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I think sometimes it can be a good idea to cut these corners. Really helps, but the speed that you can then go is really affected. You can only go quite slowly off the track. So yeah, cutting the corners can be useful, but you don't want to be off the track for too long. Just if it helps you cut a corner. Oh, we're slightly too deep there. Just managed to hold the tyres. Whoa, and there you go. There you go. The track just dropped away. So you're turning, nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden the tyres hit the dirt track, and you get enormous traction and oversteer enormously. Okay, got to get it straight over these jumps, because that's the thing. Not only do you not want to go too quickly, but you also want to over the jumps. You want to make sure you're straight as well, so you don't get a funny landing. I've gone horribly wide there. The tyres are over the grass, struggling for grip now. Let's cut the corner there up to this tight right hand, left hand corner. We've been really untidy at the end of this run. Be interesting to see if it is any quicker or not. I think it is a fairly quick run. We can power over. We're flying through the finish for a 136.2. That is quicker, and it puts us up into the top 5%. Okay, let's have one more run, see if I can improve on that, and then I think I'm gonna change cars, see if that makes any difference or not, and see if it makes a positive or a negative difference. Love this little corner here, but it is tricky because you need to turn right, you need to steer right to get through that little sort of chicane section, but you need it over the left hand side for the next corner, so it's quite tricky. You can obviously cut the corner a little bit. Here there's not much room for cutting corners with the logs on the side of the track. trying to be as brave as I can, but I need to ease off the power here and hold it fairly tight. Watch when it's suddenly going to bite. There we go. Suddenly getting an enormous amount of grip. Was expecting it this time, so could control it slightly better. Through the crowd, up over the jump, got to get it straight. Not too much speed so we can get around this corner. Oh, too much. Got away with it a little bit. Back wheels went wide, but fortunately just missed that log pile on the edge of the track. Now, I was very untidy on that last lap, or last stage should I say. So if we can just be a little tidier, that might improve our time. Let's cut this corner. Now got to be brave on this last one. Get it over to the right, swing it in left, but don't mess it up. So frustrating if you mess it up on the final corner, but we've taken that pretty well, and it's just over 1 minute 35, which is definitely our quickest, and that has put us into the top 5%. Okay, let's change cars. Let's go for the Ford Escort Mark 1. See how differently this handles. Just got to get used to this now. Feels quite nippy. Feels more responsive, I think, into the corners. I'm guessing overall top speed might not be quite as good though as the Porsche. Yeah, so we got into the top 5% then on our last run, so top 5% probably was quite a good target to set ourselves. Certainly not easy, certainly for me to do that. Let's see now, using this car though, if we can go any quicker, or is it not going to be quicker? As I say, I think I'm going to be quicker as long as I can control it. I think I'm going to be quicker through some of these corners, but then maybe not quite as quick on some of the high speed sections, but there aren't that many high speed ones to be honest, and even some of the ones that are, I'm not brave enough to use the full power of these cars anyway yet, because I'm trying to line myself up and get the speed right for the following corner. Felt quite a tidy run. Let's not mess this corner up. No, that's good. Right, over to the left hand side. Brake, cut in. Ooh, that's about as tight as you can cut that. I was pushing my luck there. Right, brake, cut in, power down, through the spectators, across the line, and through for a 1:34 just over. So, quite a big improvement. And we are now in the top 4%, in the top 5,000 of people on the leaderboard, and the top 4%. Okay, let's just go for one more run. See if we can improve at all. We're in the top 4%, I'm happy with that. Pretty good start, I'd say, so far. Here. Whoa, tried to be a little bit quick there and just brush the side of the car on that log pile. Very lucky to get away with it. Don't think it really slowed me down too much either, and we can use some power around that corner. Ease off, turn it in, get the power down, wait for that big kick of grip to come here. Here it comes, managed to control it. And we have been pretty quick through there as well, I think. I mean, some of the speeds of the times that some people have done these stages on is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I can see that I've got lots of room for improvement, but it would take a lot of practice to do that. It's all about controlling the car. I'm constantly making little corrections to the steering, to the accelerator. With this game, you can't just hold the accelerate button down and steer. That's not going to work. But we are right up to the end. It's felt a pretty good run again. Again, I've cut that corner massively. We need to give ourselves a good line through here. Power down now. Up the bank and through. Lovely dramatic finish. And that is our fastest time. What is that going to lift us up to? Just into the top 4,000 and the top 3%. Well, as I say, I think I've got plenty of room for improvement. I'm really enjoying playing the career mode. Hopefully I'll get better as I do that. Of course, we're going to unlock more classes of cars, more cars. We'll do some more time attack videos, but I hope you've enjoyed that video, and see you soon.